Hello, I'm Sheila Blanco, Public Information Manager for Savannah and Chatham County Public Schools. And joining me today is Mr. Kirk Gilbert. He is with Choate Construction, and they have always been good business partners with Savannah and Chatham County Public Schools, but they stepped up even further this spring when we had that unprecedented shutdown due to the coronavirus, and had a great need for students to all have an equitable access to technology to continue learning. Tell me a little bit about what Choate did.
Well, as you mentioned, that stuff happened to us in spring, and we all experienced it as a community. And, you know, we certainly had our little moment of shock in our industry, but starting, you know, after that kind of subsided, really thinking about the community we're in and just imagining, you know, what the school system must be going through. And there's no way that y'all could have been prepared for this. And then even more so thinking about each individual household and how critical a quarter of school is, and how much this pandemic asked of each household and the school system, and where can we help. And it started off with, okay, what do we have that we can share? Because, you know, the social distancing and everything that came with that really limits your ability to jump in with your hands, so to speak. But we do have technology, and we want to put it to good use. So that was watching what was happening and how you guys were so admirably answering this challenge. It was like, well, we can provide technology. We have these things, and it started off with you know, iPads. We use a lot of iPads in our industry, so we rounded a lot of them up, and speaking with Clyde and sharing those, and then realizing, what can we do that's most helpful? And that's really the technology that you guys were using for all your students, and the Chromebooks. So we made a donation, in addition to the iPads, a monetary donation to fund the Chromebooks. And it was just really inspiring to see how the school board reacted to that, and how they were already on top of that leadership challenge and really answering that need for the students in our area, and such an important need.
Well, you know, virtual learning is something that people have talked about for a long time. Some teachers, plenty of teachers throughout the district have used technology tools to communicate with parents and students and stuff, but you know, how quickly this all had to ramp up, and all of school to be moved into that type of a venue, you know, a virtual venue, was just it was amazing. Some of the things that we saw our teachers doing, and how the kids even reacted. I mean, I was talking with someone earlier today about the video of all those little Zoom classrooms where you'd have all the little children's faces in boxes, and getting to see their teacher on a daily basis and getting to have that interaction, which is important beyond academic reasons, but for social reasons and emotional reasons. Why was it so important to Choate to step up and make that possible for our students?
Well, you know, I think there's probably some psychology here that I don't have a total grasp on, but when something like that happens and catches all of us off guard, and you know, you instantly, and you saw this everywhere in the community, which really makes you really happy about the community we live in, really strong people and generous people. But you want to, all right, what can we do to help? It's not good enough to kind of suffer through this and protect yourselves and what's immediately you know, your responsibility. But how can we help? It feels good to help. It really makes you feel a little less fearful and a little more generous, and also to be part of something else, somebody else's struggle with this, and again, being connected with the school system who was prevailing over this challenge was good for us. So that felt good to be part of something that was being successful and answering the challenge, and it also felt good to do something outside of our immediate radius and help our community. So it was definitely a mutually beneficial thing to have participated.
Well, I know that we could not have done it without the help of Choate Construction and all of our other business and community partners who really helped us get through this unprecedented time that, for all we know, could still be a necessity as we start school up in the fall. No one really knows exactly what that's going to look like yet, but it will, for many students, probably involve some type of virtual learning, and it'll be somewhat easier, I guess, since we've now had this experience, kind of trial by fire.
Right.
But it certainly helps everyone to feel better knowing that more of our students have the technology that they need to make that happen. And we thank you very much for doing that for the school district, for doing that for our students, and we thank you for also giving us of your time today to come and talk to us.
Absolutely enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert.